This video is a compilation of all of my videos about Floriade Expo 2022 and Almere, just outside of Amsterdam. In this video, you're going to see how I suggest you getting to Floriade and my suggestions about how to get around Floriade so you can see the most in a day. It's going to walk you through my favorite exhibits, and it's also going to explain all the country exhibits that we saw while we were at Floriade. So sit back, relax, and learn everything there is to know about Floriade Expo 2022. Visiting Floriade 2022 is an enlightening and educational trip from Amsterdam. Going with a plan is a must due to the physical size of Floriade and the number of exhibits. In this video, I'm going to explain the best ways to get to Floriade, as well as my suggestions for touring the expo, language issues, meal options, and using the cable cars. For more explanation on the country exhibits and my must-see exhibits, click on the videos at the end of this video. Okay, now let's get you to Floriade Expo 2022. The best way to get to Floriade is via the train from Amsterdam Central. You can purchase a day ticket from the station itself. Then you take one of two trains. One train is a direct train to Almere Center, and another is a sprinter train that stops at multiple locations. Either way is fine as long as you make sure you get off at Almere Center. Once you exit the turnstiles at Almere Center, you have two options to get to Floriade. The first is to walk about 10 minutes to the boat ramp, then take an electric boat across the lake. That takes about 15 to 20 minutes. I suggest as a better option is to take the shuttle bus. When you walk out of the turnstiles, you'll see an arrow pointing down. You're actually meant to take a hard right and walk into the bus area. The shuttle bus for Floriade is the very far side of the bus area. Just keep walking till you get to the very end of it. There'll be a little sign on a light pole that says Floriade Shuttle. The shuttle bus will drop you off down the hill from the entrance. Just walk toward the flags. If you're finding this video helpful, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. Floriade is broken down to 5 separate areas: the Urban District, Hortus Avenue, Eco District, Utopia Island, and Green Island. The Eco District is basically a parking lot. Hortus Avenue is mainly administration and special event buildings, with the exception of the main stage. To see as much as possible during your visit to Floriade, I suggest you begin in the Urban District. This is where all the country exhibits are located. Once you've seen those, go across the bridge to Green Island. This is where all of the volunteer and corporate exhibits are. The third location to go to is Utopia Island. This is where you find the children's garden, and this is also where you catch the cable cars so you can ride across all of Floriade. If time permits, catch one of the daily performances on the main stage, or explore the exhibits about food in the greenhouse. Finally, don't forget to pick up some souvenirs. We found that multiple exhibits only had their plaques done in Dutch. I found this disappointing when many of the exhibits looked rather interesting, but I had no way to understand them. For food, you have multiple options. Floriade has many restaurants on property, but we found the portions small and the prices outrageous. Germany has its own restaurant, which we found quite good, but the sitting area is small and the service is like a normal restaurant, just a little bit slower. My suggestion for how to eat while you're at Floriade is to pick up food at Amsterdam Center at one of the many grocery stores. Then we enjoyed our picnic at the Street Eats area while enjoying a performance on the urban stage. There are permanent food trucks at the Street Eats area serving traditional street food such as sautés and fries if you want to enhance your picnic. You'll find some more specific details about Floriade down in the description box. Just click the little arrow next to the title to find it. The cable cars are a great way to get a complete view of Floriade. Here's the problem and my two solutions. If you ride the cable cars from Utopia Island to Eco District, you end up basically in a parking lot. Then you have two options to get back to the expo. The first is you walk up a steep set of stairs, then you walk a sidewalk all the way across the highway, then another sidewalk which goes a ways till you actually end up back in the expo. The other option is that you purchase a second ticket to ride the cable car back from Eco District to the Utopia Island, but you have to do that when you are at the entrance. Now, I'm not telling you not to ride the cable cars because I found it fun. Just realize you do have to do a little planning if you're going to ride back, purchase your tickets when you arrive, or expect to have to walk a good ways to get back. Floriade 2022 is 60 hectares, completely packed with exhibits and activities. To be quite honest, there is no way to see it all in one day. We tried. To get the most out of your visit, here are some of my favorite non-country exhibits. Click on the videos at the end to see my favorite country exhibits and my guide to get to and around Floriade 2022. Now here are my must-see exhibits. The Almere Woolery created a gorgeous exhibit to highlight an alternative way of dyeing textiles. Volunteers worked tirelessly to knit hundreds of small sheep, place them in jars with locally grown herbs, and with the help of the sun, proved that dangerous chemicals are not necessary to create beautiful fabrics. If you're finding this video helpful, I would appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button. Thank you. The Green Collective Netherlands has created ingenious ways to control rainwater in cities. First, they developed bricks that can be used for roofs, sidewalks, and even parking lots that hold 100% of their weight in water and release it slowly. They've also developed better ways for building-to-building, guttering, and plant green walls. Finally, their graffiti is so cool. Treeport Zundert shows that art in cities can be beautiful and functional. They've added small pockets in this impressive piece that can hold very high-quality soil, a necessity for plants in a city, thus showing city art can beautify a city and help the environment at the same time. To find some more specific information about Floriade, such as opening times, click the down arrow next to the video title. They're all included in the description box. The Utopia School Gardens project really touched my heart. First, it's a place that school children from Almere and Amsterdam were able to design and grow their own gardens while they learn about their personal impact on the earth. The second part of the Utopia Garden is a piece by Will Beckers. The children have written their dreams of how the earth will look when they grow up on wooden cards. This is the second edition of this collection. The original set was created by students for the Floriade 2012. The Exploded View House is built of organic building materials that are currently on the market or will be soon. Its goal is to find ways to remove adhesive paints and other chemicals from housing, thus reducing their harmful effects on the people living in the house and the environment. My favorite room is the bathroom. The bricks are created from toilet sewage that has been sanitized and made into a filament that can be used to 3D print the bricks on location. Think of how useful this technology could be for rebuilding after a natural disaster. The living shelter is so intriguing to me. The house is made of living mushrooms that have been dried slowly to put them in hibernation. How cool is that? The panels are as hard as wood, water resistant, and are very good at keeping the inside at a constant temperature. In the Nature Loves Technology building, there are many neat sections, such as the Meat of the Future, where geneticists have found ways to bring back extinct food sources like the dodo bird, or to grow oysters in a lab, thus reducing the stress on the environment and providing enough food to feed the human population of the future. In the Vegan Cowboy exhibit, scientists have found a way of turning grass into milk, just like you would with the cow, but without the cow. They're using the bacteria that live in the cow's system to actually make the milk and then eventually the cheese. Floriade 2022 is actually a massive exhibition, and it's broken down into 5 sections. If you have a limited amount of time, I really suggest you focusing on the country exhibits in the urban district. In this video, I'm going to show you some of my favorites.
You get this bracelet from me, you're logged in with your name, and inside you're going to see this icon a lot of times. So this is always related to any exhibition, and there you have to do like maybe a little quiz or like an activity. So after you've done the activity successfully, you can just log in with your bracelet. It's going to have a sound, so you collect points with that, and at the end of the exhibition you're going to see what's happening with your points.
Now, if you found this video helpful, make sure you click on one of the other videos at the end that's going to take you to some of our other adventures so you can find out all the amazing things we've been doing around the world.